The UTS model of learning and our graduate attributes framework tell us what our students will be learning. Our learning strategy talks about how students will be learning. This diagram shows that in the future, students at UTS will experience the seamless integration of the best of online and face-to-face learning. They'll still come onto campus, but they'll also be using a whole range of technologies to support their learning. Let's look now at learning from the perspective of the student. Students have particular learning goals, and they need to be able to access ideas and content. But before coming onto campus, they should be accessing the enormous volume of resources that are available as open education resources. They might watch a video from a MOOC. They'll use their laptops and mobile devices to access other e-learning resources. Perhaps they'll watch content-rich videos from iTunes U, YouTube, TED-Ed, the Khan Academy. They'll also read books and journal articles, and they'll access our library database to find peer-reviewed information. And then they'll come onto campus, where they'll go into one of our new collaborative classrooms. And in there, they'll engage in high-quality, interactive learning experiences that make use of the content that they have already engaged with. The next part of our learning strategy looks at the ways in which students will make sense of the information they've engaged with, to test out their ideas, and they should be undertaking some form of activity that helps them bring together that loose collection of ideas to create meaning. They might do a laboratory experiment, or they might make a model in architecture. They might design something, some kind of activity that helps them link the theory and practice. They might do a group work project. They might talk with a learning mentor. They might talk with their tutors. They might go out to industry and undertake a work-based learning project, or an internship, or a cadetship. And hopefully they'll also have an opportunity to travel, because that's a very important part of our UTS model of learning, that we prepare our students to work in a global environment. The next part of this learning journey is for the students to get feedback on their actions. Performing an action without feedback is a bit of a waste of time. So they might get feedback via UTS Online, just from talking to their tutor, or they might get feedback from Twitter, Facebook, or Skype. Hopefully they'll also have access to a personal learning network that might be face-to-face or it might be online. The final part of their learning journey is to reflect on what it is they understood, what they did to try out those ideas, what the feedback was, and therefore how they might change their current understanding. Hopefully they'll sit and think, but they also might write a blog, or they might write a reflective essay, and thus complete the learning cycle.